Alrighty guys, welcome back to Bad and Theater. Now before we get into the plan for today, I just want to say a quick thank you to everyone in the comments for all the helpful tips that you've posted. I really appreciate it. And I can see how passionate you guys are all about this story, which makes me very excited to continue playing. I'm really enjoying it so far. With that being said, I did want to comment just briefly on the concerns I've seen about how I've been deliberately ignoring the maiden. I want to assuage some fears and promise to you all that I am not deliberately ignoring her. I have many Let's Plays on the channel at this point where I've 100%ed everything, so I promise that at some point I am going to play as the maiden because I for sure want to 100% this game as well. That may happen in this very video. It may not happen for 2 or 3 more videos, but I want to assure everyone that I will play as her, and so far I'm really enjoying the game. I'm having fun doing things the way I am, but I understand if I'm causing some stress, some anxiety around not playing the game quite correctly. So if that causes you stress and you're like, I just can't, I'm out, I can't deal with this, I understand. I've been in your shoes, I've been on that side of the screen before, so if you gotta peace out, no offense taken. But if you're willing to, bear with me a little bit longer, I will puzzle through this, I will play as the maiden, and everything should be hunky-dory pretty soon. So anyway, thanks again for all the tips, thanks for your patience, and let's get into this and see what the plan is for today. Of course I say that, but give me just a second. I have a few traits I need to just make sure I've got going for me before we get into the plan for today. Trying to figure out what exactly I want to do first. Okay, so I think the plan now is I'm going to go back to the Overlord. Let's see what kind of endings we can get with her for a little bit. And we'll continue from there. Let's skip ahead. I will grant you the day off so you can bring the maiden to me. And I haven't actually told her as the Overlord yet to go home. So you better get your cute little face back home. You'd love to have all the conversations in the world with your new friend, but having a human girl here will definitely cause trouble. You put on your mean face and tell her to get lost. The maiden does what she's told and takes her leave. You figure you may as well go back to bed now. But you don't get to rest for very long. Okay, so we're seeing the fire from her perspective. Before you know it, everything around you is being engulfed by flames. What's going on? You try to escape, but something's blocking the door. You're having trouble forcing it open. What is this? Someone didn't want you getting out. Are you being usurped? They have zero foresight. What castle will they rule from if this one burns? You don't want to believe that your underlings have betrayed you, but this is no accident. Those ungrateful bastards. You choke on the thick black smoke from the fire. You can't believe you're being done in by a bunch of cowards. You'll see them in hell! Burned Overlord. Well, getting barbecue tonight, I guess. Alright. How about... So you didn't show up. Cool. I guess because I didn't... I told her to get lost. Alright, let's keep everything the same. We'll wait for you to pop by again. Maybe I won't let you go this time, sir. Okay, bring me the maiden. Let her stay. Oh, okay, there we go. He was apparently searching for the maiden, who was rumored to have been captured by your kind.
Captured? Not at all! I only wanted to meet with the Overlord. Didn't anyone read the note I left behind?
There's a note? After everything is explained, the hero expresses his relief that this whole misunderstanding hadn't led to any horrible consequences. The maiden apologizes for causing trouble, and the hero asks her to return to the village with him. Confusing feelings well up inside your heart. You're surprised that you had one of those to begin with. You don't want the hero to take the maiden away from you. Ooh, possessive. Interesting. Sure, let's unlock possessive. Why not? The maiden came here to be captured by you, didn't she? You'll grant her a wish. You tell the hero you won't let him take her home. The maiden assures you she'll be back, but you don't budge. The hero is cautious now. Ooh, the hero speaks!
If you won't let her go, maybe you demons are evil after all. And if you are, I'll be forced to vanquish you.
You have no choice. You destroy the hero before he can steal your maiden away. She's frightened. You don't understand why. Didn't she say she prefers this place to her village? Now she doesn't have to leave. You take a step toward the maiden and she backs herself into a corner. You don't understand. Is it the blood? She wanted to stay here with you. The hero was trying to get in the way of that. You had to kill him. And now you have to put her in a cage. I mean, that's just the most logical thing to do next. You'll be sure to keep this maiden very safe from now on. Cage? Selfish Overlord. Keeps the maiden all to herself. Adorable. Okay. Cool. Another trait unlocked. Let's do that again. I feel like if I let her go, it's gonna lead to the crispy Overlord ending. But, just so that I know for sure. Oh, no, it's a bit different. You're certain that she'll return to spend more time with you. You just have to trust in that, you decide. With the hero and maiden gone, you plop down into the comfort of your luxurious Overlord bed. Your room feels so empty now. Is this loneliness? You hope your new friend will be back soon. You close your eyes for a while. Until your door slams shut. What's going on? She burned. Was it? Hold on. Yeah, you'll see them in hell. Okay. Interesting. Now with her being possessive. Boop. What if I pop back to my sweet little hero boy for a quick second? I'm gonna flee. I'm gonna ask you to let me in. What's going on? There we go. Perfect. But the Overlord objects to this. The maiden tries to tell her that she'll come right back, but the Overlord refuses to hear it. The maiden seems nervous. As a hero, it's your job to mediate situations like these. You tell the Overlord that if she doesn't let the two of you go, you'll have to assume she's evil. You'll be forced to vanquish her.
You leave me no choice.
The Overlord pauses before suddenly jumping you. You are helpless as she disembowels you with her claws. How horrible. You came all this way only to be met with this cruel fate. You should have destroyed these evil creatures while you had the chance. Your dying wish is for the maiden to somehow make it out of this alive. Naive hero. Swiftly defeated. Sweet. Nice getting all them endings. Cool. So, what do I want to do now? If you're disloyal, and I let the maiden go, what happens then? Let's find out. I'll give you the day off. You can stay for a while. Let them go. Ah, we get to see this ending from her perspective. Perfect. You've almost fallen asleep when the maiden and hero burst into your room, frantically trying to communicate something to you. You're told that a group of demons is plotting to assassinate you. You're not surprised. How nice of the humans to care, though. One of your underlings barges in next, shouting that the humans are liars. They're followed by another group of demons, crying that everything was that first underling's plan. Everyone is shouting over each other now, and it's very annoying. You yell for all of them to shut their traps. You have no doubt that your servants would let their ambition cloud their judgment and lead them to try to take your throne.
Regardless of who led this conspiracy, I have no choice but to punish everyone to keep you all in your place. Crushed beneath my heel.
Saying that made you feel very Overlord-like. You aren't sure if you have the strength to back it up, though. Lately all you do is sleep. The group of demons start muttering something about going back to Plan A, and suddenly slam your door shut. Ah, burn everything to the ground. You, the maiden, the hero, and one of your underlings are trapped inside. In an instant, the whole room is in flames. The underling pounds on the door, cursing at their friends for betraying them. The hero pounds on the door as well, vowing to slay the cowardly demons on the other side. So this is how you'll die. Burned alive in your own room by those you thought you could trust. You should have expected this from a bunch of idiot demons, though. You notice the maiden crying. Why does she have to die over something that has nothing to do with her? Perhaps she was cursed from the moment she spoke to you. You wonder if you're cursed as well. You're so filled with anger and frustration, you don't even notice that you grabbed the underling those traitors blamed everything on. They cried for mercy, saying that they were dragged into this plot, knowing they'd be killed if they took your side. They cried that they didn't want to have to kill you. You almost feel sorry for them. Ooh, I could forgive them. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Well, first I gotta take retribution. I'll forgive them next time. You pierce their chest with your claws. They scream. The hero backs away. He is wise not to interfere. They've stopped moving, but you keep digging and twisting your claws into them. It doesn't make you feel any better. The underling's corpse burns along with you and the two humans. Spiteful. The Overlord murders her underling in cold blood. Boop, boop, boop. Perfect. Okay. Let's do that again, but mercifully this time. Let go. Forgive them. You release the underling. Killing them wouldn't make you feel any better. Besides, they've already gotten their punishment. You'll all burn together. Okay. Overlord's true end? No way! You'll all burn together?
What? What? Before you're taken back to reset the story once again, you pause for a moment.
I do? Am I also a doll? Yes. True end?
You say to yourself,
What was the point of all my effort if the true ending is this terrible?
you must have forgotten where you were.
Oh, well hello.
This is bad and theater. Is the pain setting in? Oh, but you should have been well aware of what you'd be shown when you entered this place. It's a problem I've seen quite often. At some point, you grew attached to my little cast. You started to relate to their flaws, their plights. You started wishing for their happiness. But you aren't going to find that here in my theater. My lovingly crafted labyrinth of suffering. Anyway, I hope you'll pardon the interruption. You're making great progress.
Well, thank you. I'm glad you think so.
The choice to continue on to the next ending is always yours. I'll leave you to it, dear guest.
Sure, I'm just a doll on stage. Oh, that was amazing. Okay. Okay, so we got the Overlord's true ending and, bad end theater, eh? Okay. I'm gonna switch back over to the hero for a brief second. Let's see if we can get her merciful and stuff. There we go. Is she going to kill it as retribution? It continues to cry and make excuses, but the Overlord does nothing. To your surprise, she lets it go. Are demons capable of mercy? You guess it doesn't matter now. You'll all burn together. Hero's true end! I haven't even touched the maiden. I've unlocked 2 true endings. Hello? Hello?
No matter the perspective, the true ending remains the same. That's what makes it true. You couldn't resist seeing it for yourself, though, could you? I wonder what will happen when you collect them all. Will you give in to despair? Or will I give in to hope? The ultimate hope! It always comes back to despair, doesn't it? Oh, I'm one ending away! What's left? That's the true end. Okay, I actually need the maiden's help for this one. I need to be dutiful. The Overlord has to be upset because I slayed people. And then I have to try to slay the Overlord. Oh, the maid is probably going to sacrifice herself. That would make sense. Alright. I'll do that. I'll do that. I'll get you going, girl. Don't you worry. Don't you fret. Why is this one not unlocked yet? Have I just not... Okay, here has to be trusting. Let's see. I need another maiden over here. Okay, I can get one more ending with the Overlord before we have to switch to maiden. Let's see. So... Tyrant. Hungry. Disloyal. Trusting. Why does you being trusting go along this path? Okay. Back to work, hungry, trusting. Let's try this. Let's see. Hungry, trusting. And I've immediately forgotten what I'm supposed to do. Hungry, disloyal. Okay, I gotta make sure he's disloyal too. If you're trusting, I'll make you diplomatic so you don't go slaughtering people. Let's see if this works. Maybe not. Get back to work. Oh no, I got killed. Okay, so that didn't work. What did I miss? Hungry, awakens, disloyal. Why does you being trusting affect this? What am I missing here? Okay, I'll try one last thing. If not, I might switch over to Underling Boy. How about dutiful instead? Okay, one last time. Get back to work. Nope. Okay. I'll come back to that in a bit. Let's hop over to Underling for a little while. It's been a while. I love Underling's music. Oh, right, because I didn't get the day off this time. I forgot to switch some traits. That's fine. She gives you an earful about responsibility and unquestioning obedience. You wait for her to finish her lecture before returning to your post. What does she know about anything? Who made her the boss of everyone? You complain about the Overlord to your friends. They agree that she is kind of a snob and totally deserves to be kicked off her throne. You only wanted to vent your frustrations, but the conversation somehow turned into an assassination plot. You should probably steer this in a responsible direction. Okay, so I can be disloyal. This might be an alternate death scene for Underling. Let's see. You tell your friends you were totally not serious about this whole thing. You're actually cool with the status quo. After all, life must be pretty dang good if the only thing you have to complain about is that you live so comfortably there's nothing to do. The others nod, but don't seem convinced. You say a coup d'etat would be more effort than it's worth. But you're still gonna be a rebel and sneak out of the castle. Your friends praise your mischievous ways. I didn't die, hooray! The change of atmosphere excites you. You spend some time rolling around in the grass, wild and free. Oh, hello! As you make your way along the path to the nearby human village, you encounter a maiden. She seems very frightened and screams for a hero to come save her. You consider your options. I could eat her. Okay,
let's... Alright, you know what? Quit yelling. I'm curious what happens, because I feel like this is later than it should be. Okay. Ah. Okay, we get scolded because we didn't have the day off this time. The Overlord asks where you found this maiden, knowing full well that you left the castle when you weren't supposed to. You apologize for disobeying her, but hope that the maiden is an interesting enough present that you may be forgiven. The Overlord nods and says everything's cool as long as you always listen to her from now on. You're impressed with what an easygoing boss she is. You mention how you can't believe you and your friends even considered overthrowing her. She gives you a look, and you say,
"That was just a joke, of course."
She smiles and dismisses you. You decide it's about time for a nap. Oh, yeah, let's bop, let's go! After a few hours of sleep, you're rudely awakened by the sounds of battle. You emerge from your room to find that a hero has slaughtered many of your friends and work associates. What a jerk! I could avenge them. Or I could save myself! Avenge! Who does this guy think he is? Coming in here and killing everyone like some maniac! What did we ever do to him? You lunge at him while he's busy driving his sword into the guard who sometimes brought you food whenever they noticed you were feeling kinda down. You like that guard. You wish with all your demon heart for this hero to suffer for his deeds. You bite into him, tearing flesh from bone. It tastes like iron. The hero struggles. You feel his sword go through you, but there is no pain, only retribution. More of your comrades pile onto him as your consciousness fades. The hero is overtaken. Your army has won. You have earned your rest. Victorious! Yay! Good job, Underling. Well, that took quite the turn. Let's do that again, but save ourselves this time. We'll do it exactly the same as we did before. You look around at the lifeless forms of those you've known as far back as you can remember. You feel glad to not be in their shoes. You also feel guilty to be thinking that as you flee the castle. Until you remember your role, not as an underling, but as a demon. This kind of thing is expected of you. Maybe you'll start a new life, far away from any humans or demons, where you'll live peacefully, alone, in some deep, dark forest somewhere. Deserter. Ooh. Okay. Let's do this again. And we'll eat the maiden this time. Nom 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 nom. And I want to change my mind and leave. You figure if people are this upset at just the sight of you, they won't fully appreciate any terrible acts you'd commit. Also, they might fight back. That probably wouldn't end well. You're just one little underling after all. This little day out has been adequately refreshing. You return to the castle thinking you'll take a nap. Okay. And then I can do this again. Interesting. Okay, so let's change some things. Let's not make you dutiful. We'll make you diplomatic. What happens when you nap this time? Let's find out. Let's not overthrow her. Let's not eat her. Ooh. Alright. Let's kill the Overlord. You tell them you were just joking and clarify that you're totally in it to win it. They say you were always terrible with jokes. Whether or not you actually feel like killing the Overlord, you know how bad it'd be to end up on the wrong side of things. And if this assassination deal doesn't pan out, you can always pretend you were innocent all along. But beneath your shield of faux confidence, you worry about what you're getting yourself dragged into. You follow your friends outside the castle to talk more about the plan. You're curious if they have any idea how they want to go about this. They figured they'd just lock her in a room and set it on fire. What a stupid plan. That could go wrong in so many ways. You realize your friends are just a bunch of directionless thugs, useless without someone's guidance. Your guidance. There'd probably be casualties if you fought her head-on, and while showy deaths make a revolution a heck of a lot more fun, it's probably the wrong way to go. Your friends agree and suggest that you play the assassin. You really didn't want it to come down to this, but you can't back down now. You'll have to be the one to assassinate the Overlord. Besides, no one has any better ideas. Caught! You and your friends turn to notice a pair of humans have overheard your entire conversation. They take off into the castle. Are they headed to the Overlord's room? Fuck! The Overlord will kill you for sure if she found out you were conspiring to take her out. You dash into the castle after the humans. Meanwhile, his friends are like, Sure enough, the maiden's already frantically telling the Overlord everything. You shout that the humans are liars. Your friends soon arrive to back you up, except they don't. Instead, they blame the whole thing on you. They cry that it was all your idea and that they were just going with the flow, too scared to refuse your crazy plan. You can't believe they tell the Overlord such a blatant lie. You always knew better than to trust them. You're the one who didn't have a choice here. You all shout at each other until the Overlord demands silence.
Regardless of who led this conspiracy, I have no choice but to punish everyone to keep you all in your place. Crush beneath my heel!
She sounds tough, but lately all she does is sleep. You doubt her strength. You hear your traitorous friends mutter something about going back to Plan A, and suddenly the door slams shut. You're trapped in here with the Overlord and the two humans. And then the room bursts into flames. You pound on the door, screaming curses at those who betrayed you. The hero joins you, vowing to slay the lot of them. You wish he'd get that chance. The Overlord grabs you by the throat. You cry for mercy. You were forced into this mess. You're sure now that they would have killed you if you'd sided with her. But the Overlord doesn't hear your pleas. She drives her claws into your chest. At least she made it quick. Traitor, Underling. Okay, but what if I set her to merciful now? Now what happens when we go through that? Do we get the Underling true end? Quit yelling. Let's kill her. To your surprise, the Overlord spares you. Or maybe she'd rather see you suffer instead. Looking around, you've just gone from one dead end to another. The maiden is crying, the hero is silent. You'll all burn together. It is! 3 for 3, baby! Oh, you have nothing to say, Mr. Bad End Theater? Really? How interesting. I only have 3 more left for you. What's left? I mean, maiden. Ba-da-da-da-dee-da-da. Oh, possessive. Okay. Granted the day off. Bring her to the castle. Interesting. Sure, I'll give that a go. Yeah, that's fine. Let's do possessive. Not antisocial. Okay, let's give this a go. Quit yelling. Let's kill her. You sneak up to the Overlord's room, but there's a couple of humans in there. You watch the scene unfold. You aren't sure why, but the Overlord suddenly cuts down the hero. She approaches the maiden you brought to her earlier. With the Overlord distracted, you figured this is as good a chance as any. You launch a sneak attack, getting her right in the back. She flinches, giving you enough advantage to take her down. You rip the Overlord apart until she stops moving. That was messier than you would have liked. The maiden mutters something from the corner. This maiden. Oh, a thank you.
Thank you for saving me.
It wasn't your intention, but it sounds like you did something heroic. You tell the maiden to go home. This place is dangerous. She follows your advice and leaves the castle. Your castle. You are the new Overlord! Heroic Underling! Yes! Let's go! That was great! Okay, I kind of want to see that from the Overlord's perspective this time. Boobadoop. Sure, you can have the day off. You can stay. And I'm gonna keep you here. Perfect. Something sharp pierces your back. The hero? No, he's already... It's one of your underlings. The maiden screams. Your servant tackles you, tearing you apart with their claws. You struggle to retaliate. They've done too much damage. You can barely move now. Your blood is everywhere. You can't believe this has happened to you. Why has this happened to you? You have been slain by your own underling. Ah, betrayed Overlord. Weakened from fighting the hero. Interesting. Okay, and that was a B version, so there's an A version of that somewhere. Let's just take a quick look one last time. That's a nice zesty 0. Okay, so you're done until I get Maiden going. You are also done until I get Maiden going. And, you, my good sir, is there anything else I can do for you? It does look like I might be able to get 2 more. The Maiden really doesn't affect the underling all that much. Tyrant, disloyal, returns to the castle, and then I don't... There must be like another trait I'm missing. Oh, I'm missing 2 traits for you. Might have to actually play as the Maiden to find out what those other traits are. But that's gonna have to wait for another episode. Hey, all I'm gonna say is I'm proud I got 3 true endings in this one episode. Alright? If nothing else, I'm proud of that. It ain't much, but it's honest work. I think there's a pretty good chance, though, guys, that the Maiden will be making her own appearance next week. It's probably going to be pretty Maiden-centric, actually. So, yeah. I'm excited. It also was kind of cool finding out that I may also be a doll in this production, so... Yeah. Actually, that's why I haven't played as the Maiden yet. My actions are not my own. I'm being controlled, so... I don't have the necessary trait to play as the Maiden, you see. So, until I unlock that, we won't have an episode. But maybe that will be unlocked next week. Either way, though, guys, thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it, and until next time, I will see you later.